All of this sounds raw and live, and if they open a set with this, I will lose my goddamn mind. What's up everyone, it's been a hot minute. Thanks for joining me for another reaction video. If you're new here and you'd like to subscribe, you know what to do, click the button. If not, hang out, watch the video, and hopefully you enjoy these as much as I do. Couple things before we get into the reaction. A lot of you guys know what's going on in my life with my nephew and my family, and you've been so supportive and so patient, so thank you for that. It's becoming hard to tick a lot of the boxes I need to tick at the moment. First and foremost, my family, my nephew, being there to support, help, care, and spend time. My job is manic in a good way. I'm really busy, and then obviously this wonderful community that we've all invested in, and I want to grow it. I want to give as much energy as I can. At the moment, that means though that I am not able to stick to a schedule. So I'm doing these as and when I can because I enjoy them, because I love doing them, and I get to escape into this awesome little world that we've created together. And I also know that you guys look forward to them too, and that's important to me. As a content creator, as somebody who loves music and exploring new music, it is important to me. So I'll be doing these as often as I can. It may be days between reactions, it may be weeks between reactions at the moment. Hang in there, I promise we will keep pushing forward. Now, today we are looking at more Sleep Token. What a way to come back, right? I've spoken about them as one of my favorite discoveries on the channel, and I mean that with every inch of my being. Sleep Token are just one of those standout bands for me. I resonate with their sound. I love how they piece music together. I've become somewhat familiar with their formula, or at least I think I have, and really enjoy their music. And the more I get to do reactions to, the more I get to add to my personal playlist, so that's pretty cool too. We're looking at a song called Gods. You guys have been asking for this one for a long time. It's a visualizer, but their visualizers are spot on, and I actually enjoy them in a lot of instances more than some music videos, so very keen to get going with that. And yeah, let's see if we still know how to do this. Sleep Token Gods visualizer. Let's see what you got. Oh, this is Sleep Token, right? I haven't like got another song playing in the background. Okay then. Okay, so Chase, you put your foot in your mouth, didn't you? Because I just said I'm becoming somewhat familiar with their formula. Guess not, champ. Think again, because the beginning of that song hits harder than the African UFC champ Francis Ngannou. Shout out African champs. Now here's the thing, when something like this happens, when I think I know a band and they throw me off like this, well, I'm automatically unsure of everything else I thought to be true when it comes to their music, and especially with this song. So that's a good thing. Bands that keep you guessing without it being a gimmick is a very good thing. And I heard a couple things I want to talk about, but these ears are out of practice and I want to hear it again. Stopping right there. I think that's a good place to track forward. You still have your pause down. I am the pause king. Try and take my crown. I will pause you, and then I'll snap you out of this world. Now here's the thing with this. Shout out Sleep Token, man. What a heavy start. So familiar with some of the bands I used to used to get those DVDs from Hellfest. It was really awesome. Back to the kind of throwdown old Every Time I Die days, Bleeding Through, those kind of things. I love this guitar riff because it's so simple at its core, but it has a couple frills in that make you think there's just a lot more energy and thought that went into that. So you have a nice kind of consistent rhythm to it, but there's a little bit of a bend and then what feels like a hammer on, or maybe an upstroke on that. And you're getting what you know is a highlighted note, but just before that you're getting a manipulation of the note before. And that is nice because it is a dip, and then that gives the rise a bit more emphasis. I'll go back one just so hopefully you can hear. It's about 10 seconds, so you should be able to hear that. I like that a lot. I like how the drums are providing right in the beginning, as each cycle starts, enough kick work to link into the first snare, but then it pulls back on that because that helps the guitar shine through. The vocals, super, 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 super distorted. Clipping. Clipping is when the volume exceeds the limits of the device you're recording on, and you get that manufacturing of that distorted sound, and it takes a sine wave and makes it square. It starts cutting them off and leveling them off, and it's very, very cool. All of this sounds raw and live, and if they open a set with this, I will lose my goddamn mind. Okay, let's go a little bit back. Yeah, one back. Love that. When you have intensity, when you have brutality, which is something that I see from them in small doses, but apparently that is the main theme of this song. It's remarkable to me because I love to hear how bands find a way to make brutality last outside of a quick little bridge or a quick little heavy piece. And they've done that, they've pulled back and stripped back because of how good the drummer is. Allow those frills and shines, frills and fills to shine through in the song. Use your words, buddy. Things are going to work out. Now, brilliant drummer, we know that. Brilliant songwriting. What a beautiful voice he has, but then very heavy and just in your face here. They are not a one-trick pony. I never thought they were, but it's nice to see them indulge in what seems to be, and it's making me think now, seems to be a reverse of what their other songs are. I don't know if that's going to be a structure they use. Ordinarily, it's melodic, soft, beautiful intent, introduce the idea, melodic foreshadowing, then a heavier piece that comes in the middle, and sometimes it stays, sometimes it drifts out. If this is a reverse, it is very, very smart. Yeah. Okay. So this piece that's coming up, there's a lot of pausing here. I'm excited. Deal with it. You don't like pausing? Go watch the original. All the people who are like, oh, you talk too much, you pause too much. Imagine if there was a version of this song without me in it. How cool would that be, huh? Go live your best life. Now, what you heard there, where you hear the thinning, I'm using words I wouldn't ordinarily use, but I'm hoping to explain it to people who don't play guitar. You'll hear something called what I call a thinning, okay? And it's taking the fullness away, but you have the tonal value shining through. It's the same guitar riff. Now, if you think about drop D on a guitar, so top string, drop D. So you normally have EAD, you're going to now have DAD. And those two strings are the same, D and D, right? And if you just hold down your finger on that and you're playing just a standard rundown chord like that, just a standard proper power chord that you would hit ordinarily, but now you're just going one finger straight down. That's a fullness because you're getting the top D, you're getting that lower D, and you're getting the A in the middle. If you then remove the top two strings and you play the third string, the D underneath, you're getting the same tonal value, but it's a thinness. You're not having that power and rawness and edge because the strings are getting thinner. And I'm not saying that's what's happening here. Don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm saying that is an explanation of how you could thin something out but still get the impact and emphasis. It's very cool. I like it. Snares lost a lot of its sharpness there. Okay, I'm stopping right there. I'm not going to go back because I don't want to drop back into the middle of something that I think is too beautiful to be interrupted. Every bone in my body wanted to stop there and talk to you about something, but I'll mention a couple of things. What a treat to have his voice coming back in. It didn't come back into the forefront as you normally know it. It came back in through a lot of spatial effects and things in the background, oohs and ahs, and nothing that was too lyrical, but just a sound, a vocal presence, if you will, that then helped that vocal kick in, and it wasn't such a harsh cut from the screams to there. I like how they took the on a snare, you can actually take that the springs off, you can click that off, and then you get the resonance of just the shell without those springs underneath hitting, and that's what it sounded like they did there. And I love that because the harshness is gone. It leaves the harshness behind with the distortion, and that piano work, it's weird when you take anything that's like a 4/4, you take any kind of time signature and you lay over notes that don't quite equally match. There is there's a melodic history to how those things play and intersect. So you go in 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then you have an addition of 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, and it's the busyness on top of that matched with the fact that the fourth note is then the first. Sorry, I'm geeking out over this a lot. I just feel like it's trance-like is what I'm trying to say. It puts you in a trance and it makes you feel, I'll tell you what, it makes me feel grateful to be able to hear. One of my biggest fears in life is losing my hearing, and I am actually not to the point where I think it'll go completely ever, but I have significant loss of certain frequencies, and that's just from the band days and being young and silly and not using in-ears the way I should have. But how beautiful, how caring. And if I am going to predict anything, it's that it is not going to stay soft, because this now is truly reflecting the formula I thought I knew. It's just been reversed. It's called Gods, and I'm not one to get sort of metaphorical about things, but I always think of the way that they've written other songs as like a human perspective of, hopefully for the most part, life is peaceful, and at times it's full of turbulence, and hopefully it, you know, it levels out at the end. And this is maybe the opposite view of that, looking down, and the world is just, if you look at it not in isolation to your own experience, but as a globe, as the world, it's quite chaotic, and there are moments of peace. I may have overstated that, but I'd like to think that's what it is.
It's so easy for me.
Get it! Interesting. I like that a lot. I like it. Of course I like it a lot. It's Sleep Token. No, but for real, it's one of those special bands that again delivered on a but this time on a plane or level. I'm so excited. On a playing field or level that I did not expect. They surprised me once again. The musicianship, the thought, and the melody was still there, but there was a level of brutality which I grew up with in music, and I love and appreciate that. It's kind of like a throwback for me to things that I'm familiar with, but then also this new sound I've grown to love. And it's fantastic, and it's awesome, and I will be doing more. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm going to do these as often as I can. It may be weeks between reactions and maybe days. Hang in there. I promise you, I'm doing my best to stretch myself everywhere, but also prioritize what is truly important and what is a luxury. I'm so grateful for you guys, man. The messages of support and care you've given me and my family are, I cannot put into words how grateful I am. I also want this channel to mean something, and on every single video from now on, you will be seeing a link to the International Bone Marrow Registry, the International Organ Donor list, where you can go there and navigate to your own countries. Please also use Google, you know, fact check, find things for yourself. And then Red Cross doesn't have a catchment site for all of the international outlets, but you can Google and you can find it. Do your best to see what you can do to donate blood, organs, plasma, bone marrow registry, whatever you can do. And if you don't medically qualify, that's okay. And also if you're scared to do it, that's okay too. You don't have to do any of this. Find other ways to help and spread love and make this world a better place for people who are truly struggling, because there's a lot of them out there. I've seen it. Thank you so much once again for joining me, and until the next one, please be safe, be extra nice to each other, and have a damn good day.